I wasn't sure if he was like a NFL football player.
Okay, he's a former college basketball player. Allie is joining us now. So
Hi.
this is a quick story. So this morning we were filming.
Why are you laughing at me?
My buddy King McClure, who I consider a friend, played at Baylor. I work at ESPN with him now, and we do a show at KWTX, beautiful plush studios there, where Allie works every day. So we do a show there once every week it's called Inside the 12. You should watch it. It airs on Big 12 markets all across the nation. And it also...
Why are you laughing at me?
So Allie did the weirdest thing this morning.
It wasn't that weird.
So Allie comes in the studio because she knew that I was in there filming. And that'd be natural for Allie to come in and say hello. Allie and I are tight, right? I would want her to say hi. So she comes in. She just washed her hands. Apparently, I'm just learning this. She gone to the bathroom. And
at least I wash my hands. You don't wash your hands.
Easy. Not all the time. But you should. And I'm working on that. So I get Christy, my girlfriend, gives me a real hard time about that. You know Christy. So anyways, we get a chance. Allie is outside of the studio. So I'm like, Allie, come in and meet King McClure, right? Now, you guys were how far apart from each other? Really?
Probably like
15 yards, maybe? Like 10 yards? It was far enough.
Football field.
It was far enough where you just do that, hey, nice to meet you. And that's fine. Like there were literally objects in between the two of them. Like you wouldn't want to.
There was a whole desk.
A whole news desk and stuff. So Allie races over to the desk. Poor King is now in an awkward position. Like, I guess we're going to get physical and shake hands now.
I go, and nice to meet you.
And he was he's such a good guy.
Well, I was like, what if he's like a big deal? I was like, I can't just say, hey.
No, I think you want to stick with that. You know? So, and then, and knowing Allie like I know her, we just sit here, we talk. By the way, we're going to talk about Pawpaw Pee-wee in a second. And your roots here in West Texas, which is pretty cool. But Allie told me, I go, yeah, it was great to see you this morning. And I said, did you really have to shake King's hand? Did you have to go all the way?
It was like a, hey, nice to meet you.
And what did you do? And what did she say? She said, I think my hands were wet too.
It was like, maybe it was him, maybe it was me.
So
I don't know.
When you come to Slovakics out here in West, first of all, when I was going to do a show here, I knew, I was like, I've had you booked to do this for a while.
Yeah.
I was like, Allie, you have to come out. It's important to me. It's important for, I think, West to have every time you come out here. So then there's this gentleman as I'm sitting here doing the show, and it's Pawpaw.
Pawpaw Pee-wee. Pawpaw Pee-wee, yes.
He went to school with your uncle.
Yes, my Uncle Joe Kadlubar. Isn't that crazy? Okay, so I've known Pawpaw Pee-wee. And I call him Pawpaw Pee-wee because my family lives 5 hours away. And so I would go to Slovakics after any live morning report that I did here in West. And I would come to Slovakics after and then grab a coffee, of course. And I met them and they were like, they recognized me from the news. And I was like, hey, I'm actually like, I have roots here. I have family here. And that's how we made the connection of my Uncle Joe and him growing up together. He actually, I think he knew my grandpa. And then
had you ever met? You never met him before?
No. And then he also, it was him or somebody else that knew my other uncle really well, who just passed away 2 years ago, I think. Okay. And so it was so cool to be able to connect that because my grandpa, my family, very important to me, my Czech heritage. So I am happy to be here because it's like second home. Because I've been to Slovakics before. You even came to KWTX.
I know.
Because I grew up coming here. Well, it was like high school.
Yeah.
That it was like built. And I remember I could go on forever. Yes. You're the Grinch.
I do, by the way. That's one of my favorite Christmas cartoon, Christmas theme show was The Grinch growing up.
Oh, I guess the old one's cute.
Yeah.
And
no,
the
I don't
new
like
one's
the Jim.
cute.
I don't not like the Jim Carrey Grinch.
Yeah, that one's scary.
So being out here, obviously, like it's very cool to see the reception you get. Did Pawpaw Pee-wee know you were going to be here?
Well, our friend Robert West, who works at KWTX, he knows Pawpaw Pee-wee. He came in and he said that like, oh, Allie's coming. Where's Pawpaw Pee-wee? And Momo Beulah, that's his wife. It's Momo Beulah.
Beulah, okay. Beulah.
Get it right.
Her first name is Beulah.
Yes.
Okay.
And so he got them to call Papa Pee Wee, Mama Beulah to come over here because today's their day off. So they actually came over here to just say hi. That's
Papa
so
Pee Wee,
sweet.
that was
I'm
very
gonna
cool. And it was
cry.
cool to meet him. By the way, he's a veteran.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I said, thanks
Yeah.
for your service. He said, oh, many years ago. I said, doesn't
He's
matter.
gonna be 90.
Really?
Yeah.
How old's your uncle?
Probably going to be 90.
Is it your great uncle?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It's my grandpa's brother.
All right. So, Allie, I want to talk to you a little bit about
I
what's
feel
that
like
look for?
this is like a serious
Well, we have to get
conversation.
some kind of like, I
Okay.
need to get down to business. We can't just be here yucking it up.
But
the
we
whole
have
time.
like such cute little things.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty cool, right? This is beautiful. By the way, look at that. Isn't that a cool little like monitor?
Yeah, it is cute.
So what's the best story you've done recently for KWTX? One that you, because people around this area love to watch you on the morning news. One that you are like, man, I did that. I feel so good about it. That people can go watch.
Probably my special report that aired Monday. It was 9 minutes and 45 seconds.
Who needs 9 minutes? What was it about?
It was about Graphic Packaging International. It's this paperboard packaging plant that's building in Waco. And basically, I just researched it for months, found all these articles about it, found the plants that it had closed, the jobs that it cost people, but also like the jobs it's bringing to Waco. It was just really in depth.
Was it bad news?
No, it was like a mixture. That's the thing
But
about
it was
being
serious news.
Yeah, it was. That's the thing about
special reports.
Yeah, being a journalist is that you have the good and the bad.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily going to bring bad to Waco, but it was just kind of giving people the heads up, like, hey, it's had issues before in other places. So
it's like if you get a job with these guys, don't get super excited or be cautious.
It basically kind of gave peace of mind because it's like they told Waco that they're going to be here for like a century. So they're not going anywhere. They're not shutting down, according to them. But here's the thing is that their plant was known to be causing a really bad smell, described as some of the residents in one of their other locations as, I think it's dead people and garbage. So that was the smell that it was.
Two smells you will not find here at Slovacic.
No. Sweet smell here, opposite of Slovacic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that they were kind of causing some issues.
That's a good report.
They worked with the city there to like bring a pipeline to redo it and make it better. But
it's super interesting because I lived in West Monroe. When I lived in Monroe, and you get off, you would literally roll into town in West Monroe, and you would smell that paper mill.
Yeah.
And it was like,
because that's the thing is, whenever your former boss found out about this paper company coming in, it was like, oh gosh, it's going to smell, and it's in an area.
But it also provides a lot of jobs, too.
Right? And it's $1 billion investment, so it's massive. Like
money for Waco.
Yeah, Waco area, I would say in general.
Where's it going to be?
So it's actually by my apartment. Sorry, I probably shouldn't say that on the news. But it's in that Texas Central Industrial Park.
Yeah.
Kind of by the Amazon facility here.
What's going on with the Amazon facility? Anything you know?
No, but I know they do same day shipping now.
Oh, really?
If it's in the warehouse, you get it the same day. So that's perfect for somebody with last minute Christmas gifts like you. So yeah, should try that out.
All right, Allie, I wanted to ask you another question because you piqued my interest when you talked about, why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know, because it freaked you out the first time.
Well, you piqued my interest when you talked about doing a serious story. People look at you as like bright-eyed, bushy-tailed in the morning, first person we want to see, Allie Kadlubar. How do you transition into doing like a hard story? And how do you, like, is there something you tell yourself, this is a serious question, like, I'm going to be serious today. Like, I have to shift gears. Or does it come from within? Like, okay, this is how I do a story like this, so you don't even think about it.
Yeah, I think it's the second one. It's just kind of natural. Like, hey, this is a serious story, so we're going to be serious. I mean, like, if you really put your kind of heart and your emotions into every story you do, then it'll be natural. You don't have to tell yourself, like, I mean, when anchoring and like switching gears like that, you have to prepare yourself. Because you can't go from like, hey, there's Christmas lights to, hey, fire just happened. Like, no, you can't do that. So, but with reporting, it's like, your story. And so you're just telling people what's going on. And like, yeah, usually I am pretty fun and cheerful. And like, I love to be that.
Yeah. I was the same way. Still am. Right?
I think it's like your personality, will shine through whatever story you do. And that's what matters.
How about anchoring? Your voice has gotten deeper. It's gotten more
Has
like.
it really?
Well, no, I can tell because it happened with me too. The more repetition you get, like actually doing the news, you notice. Like, have you noticed that about yourself?
I don't know. I
Yeah.
probably should watch my shows.
Do you watch them?
Only if there's something cool I do. Sometimes I'm like, that's the thing. People are amazed. Like, they're like, how do you watch yourself?
Yeah.
And like, whenever I first started, I would rewatch my stuff every day.
Yeah.
But now it's just kind of like another day. Sometimes.
Where you at with social media? I was thinking about this on the way over here myself. Because it really does help when you promote stories.
That's true.
And you promote your own stuff, what you're doing. It truly does help not only yourself, but whatever story you're doing or company you're working for. It draws interest or it gets it attention. But then at the same time, too, it's like it can be exhausting.
No, yeah.
Where are you on that? Because somebody like you, like, I don't know your every move, Allie. Like, but it's always.
I thought you did.
No, I don't. But it's always fun to see what you're up to when you post. You have a measured approach to your presence on social media. But like, how do you decide? Okay, I'm going to post about this. Is there anything calculated, or is it just like spur of the moment? Mine's spur of the moment. Unfortunately, it's not thought out.
I'm just kidding. It's great. No, because I do see those things and I'm like, oh, wow, that's really good. I need to be more like Pete. Yeah, I said it. But I think it's just it just depends. If it's something that's visual that I can get like a picture with, what I've noticed, which is kind of crazy, is that if I post a picture like of my story, like I'll get less interaction from people than if I'm in the picture, I get more. Which is like, I don't.
Robert West just gave a thumbs up.
I'm like, I don't think of myself adding more to it, but like if I'm doing something fun in the picture, or if I'm even just taking a selfie for my story, then that'll get more interaction and like more people engaging with it than just like a picture.
Yeah.
So that does get exhausting because sometimes I just don't think about it, and other times I'm like, I don't feel like doing that. I'm like, oh, I'm tired. I really don't want to take a picture right now, even though I was just on the news 5 times.
for 2.5 hours.
Yeah. But I think it just depends. I want to be better about it because that's a huge thing that like with job interviews, with postings and stuff in journalism, they're like, we need somebody who's versatile across all platforms.
See,
like you need to be able to post everything on the web, online, on TV, like all the time.
Yeah.
And I want to be like that. But yeah, it comes also with this like insecurity feeling of like, I don't want to be annoying.
No, you don't.
Like, I don't want to annoy people.
At some point too, it's like
you gotta be confident.
You do, and you have to. I think ultimately, I know, knowing you like I know you, you just have to kind of trust your instincts.
Yeah.
With stuff like that.
See, like because I do overthink my posts
well,
too.
And also when I try to know that okay, I'm not doing this because of the wrong reasons. Like I'm fearful. Like if I'm not doing it because I'm fearful, that's not a good reason. I should just go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, while I have you and this celebration continues,
Next.
Well, I got a lot to cover with you. Okay, move that aside. No, we're here at Slovakics. The holiday season is like everywhere, which is a really cool feeling. We brought out the Grinch. Ray brought out the Grinch, which is.
Wait, I thought this was you. No, this is Pete. He's tall.
So you're such a wise,
Oh, right. I miss you so much this week. Whenever I was at a fun light display, I was like, "There's so many things I could have joked around." You could make
fun of me
with Pete, and I was like, oh, "I can't do that anymore." But it's okay.
What about the one time I talked about your hair on the air? You got upset with me.
I wasn't even upset. I was just like, "Oh my gosh, he went there."
So Allie, I used to be able to.
Would it expose me again?
No, it won't. But Allie. It's the show's live, just like this is right now. So I could make sure Allie would be all ready to go and on point, and I could say, I'm going to throw a curveball right
No,
here.
I loved the curveballs.
So I'm going to draw attention to that. Look, there's Allie Kadlubar out here with some new hair. You got to love it.
I got my extensions.
Whoa, I
redone.
didn't say anything about extensions.
I
All
was
right.
just going to be transparent.
Okay, so I want to extend the conversation a couple more minutes. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. So the holiday season is here. The Grinch, I told you that was my favorite character.
That kind of speaks a lot about you, though.
Yeah, it was
You
an
hated
amazing.
Christmas?
Yeah, I loved it. Well, no, I think I liked the idea that this guy tried to steal what I loved, and ultimately Wendy from Whoville thwarted the whole thing.
He just needed a hug.
Yeah, he did. So let's get to Christmas stuff.
Okay.
Your favorite, and I know you're not up on like pop culture or much. Like you sometimes you can be like a bit
If
of.
it's on TikTok, I'm with it.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Favorite Christmas movie is my family loves Surviving Christmas with Ben Affleck.
Oh, really?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Oh
They're
my
at the airport,
gosh.
like stuff in the airport, right?
Yeah.
Aren't they?
No.
It's Reese Witherspoon is in it. No.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
That's Four Christmases, which also love that.
Okay.
My dad considers Ghost of Girlfriend's Past with Matthew McConaughey
That's
a
not
Christmas
movie.
movie.
No, it's not.
But anyways, we it's Surviving Christmas. He like doesn't have a family. He rents a family, and like literally goes to someone's house and says, "Hey, I'll pay you $500,000 if you will be my family," and it's just so funny. My dad loves it. And so we watch it every year. My dad will watch it 20 times every year. And sometimes we've even like spent $10 to rent it. Like we get it every year. That is favorite Christmas movie. But I'm also like a sucker for Elf. It's
Elf,
classic.
yeah, Elf's amazing.
It's classic. I'm boring.
Favorite Christmas tradition?
Favorite Christmas tradition? It's kind of changed a little bit. We play games at my grandparents' house, Mama and Papa. And I absolutely love playing games with my whole family. We play like this game where you throw the dice, and then if you get a 6, you have to unwrap a gift with oven mitts on, and then like whoever unwraps it, you go around a circle, and whoever unwraps it first gets the gift. And so like my cousins were really close, and so it'll get so intense. We're like yelling at each other.
So wait a minute.
And
this is an amazing. And is it a drinking game?
No, and we have played games where you kind of push a lid down a table like this, and if it hits the money, then you win that money. So like Jared's won $100 from this game because the lid has to go over the dollar bill perfectly. And
all right, back to I don't even understand that one. Back to the oven mitts. So you roll dice.
Yeah, so you're in a circle.
Yeah.
And you roll the dice. Die?
The die. It was just one.
A die.
Is it 1 or 2?
1.
All right, you roll the die.
And if you get a 6, then you get to put on the oven mitts and unwrap it. And then you keep going, and whoever like gets the next 6, then they put the oven mitts on and unwrap the gift. And it's like
how much time do you have?
Whenever the next person gets a 6, then you have to give it up.
So you're unwrapping the whole time while everybody's rolling.
Yeah, and it's wrapped multiple times. So yeah. So like
What's it called?
My cousin one time.
What's it called?
I don't know, but my cousin one time just started banging the present on the table, and everyone got so mad at him because it was cheating. It was so funny. So I love the games, but my mom has also started a tradition where she gets everyone matching pajamas. So like my boyfriend, Gabby's now husband, my sister, and then my dad and my mom, we all wear matching pajamas.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
Yeah, Jared and my sister's husband, they're like,
let me ask you a question. So how does it, because I'm up against this with my significant other. Like we had been together since October prior to last Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of was able to avoid a lot of the things I'm knee deep in now.
Yeah.
And by the way, I love being knee deep in it, just so you know, Christy. But how did they approach that's a bridge too far for me. The
matching pajamas.
I don't know, because here's the thing.
No,
here's where it's hard.
You would do it.
I don't take myself too seriously, but I do have an older brother, and I have friends who will really come down on me.
Yeah, and they do. They do that with my boyfriend every year.
Yeah.
So like they screenshot it and send it to Jared, and then they make fun of him.
How much does it mean to you that Jared does that?
He has to do it. There's no other option. What else would you wear on Christmas?
So should I say yes to doing this?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the big deal? You get made fun of, whatever. At least you're making your significant other happy. You're making, more importantly, her parents happy. Or for me, it's my
Yeah.
mom. It makes her really happy. So I'm like, put on the pajamas. There's just no question.
All right. Well, this is the last time I'm going to talk to you before Christmas.
I'm a great girlfriend.
This is the last time I'm going to talk to you before Christmas. Is there anything this year that you're especially? You gotta stop looking at me.
I'm
like
so
that.
sorry.
Is there anything this year that you're extra grateful for? Anything this year that you really because honestly, it's a good time to reflect.
Yeah. I don't know. I just really love my family. I think my family's so special. I love spending time with them. Every time they come and visit me, it's fun. They're just a really fun time. They're really special, and they're always there for me. So, well, and Jared's included in that.
Yeah, of
My
course.
boyfriend's included in the family
No,
part.
I love.
say that.
I can say too. Like I love my family, but my family is kind of like we get smaller and smaller as everybody gets older and time
Yeah.
goes by. And so I do really appreciate like hanging out with Christy's family and being around. It's awesome, and of course my mom. But yeah, that it's a great time to come together.
Yeah, coming together, and I don't know. My family makes me really happy.
Al, you're family to me. No handshakes with wet hands.
Wait, you're not in that family.
Do you want to go to the
thing.
bathroom and we can shake hands when you come back?
No, because you won't wash your hands after. That's so gross.
At least my hands are dry. The Pete Souza Show rolls on from Savachik's Alley. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this.